Wait, a struggling nation just built the payment system the entire world is copying now. By 2025, India processed over 15 billion digital payments every single month. Mind-blowing. That beats PayPal, beats Visa, beats every Western payment company combined in transaction count. Stick around because this story will completely change how you think about money forever. We will show you exactly how a regular phone became more powerful than any bank card. Back in 2010, over 600 million people in India had absolutely no bank account. Imagine needing to pay someone but walking 3 hours just to reach the nearest bank. Sending money to your family in another city took 3 to 5 whole business days. Banks charged heavy fees just to move your own money from one place to another. Millions of small shop owners, vegetable sellers, and street food vendors could only accept physical cash. If someone lost their cash, it was gone forever. No record, no proof, no help. The government realized this system was leaving hundreds of millions of people completely behind economically. So in 2008, they created a special organization called NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India. NPCI had one giant mission: build a payment system that works for absolutely every single person. They studied everything: mobile phones, internet access, rural habits, and designed something completely revolutionary. In April 2016, UPI, Unified Payments Interface, was officially launched and changed everything forever. UPI works like giving your phone number as your personal bank address to the whole world. You create a simple ID like your name at bank name. That becomes your entire payment identity online. Someone types your ID, enters an amount, hits send, money arrives in under 3 seconds. No long account numbers, no branch codes, no confusing forms. Just one simple ID works. The whole system runs on existing smartphone technology. No special hardware or expensive machines needed at all. A vegetable seller just prints a QR code on paper and sticks it at the stall. Customers scan that paper code with any phone app and payment completes in literally 2 seconds. That QR code setup costs the shop owner absolutely 0 rupees, completely free to start. Compare that to a card machine which costs money monthly and charges fees on every sale. UPI charges merchants 0%. Every rupee the customer pays goes fully to the seller. Google Pay, PhonePe, Paytm, these popular apps all run on top of the UPI system. Think of UPI as the highway and those apps as different cars driving on the same road. All those cars reach the same destination, your bank account, using the same free highway. By 2019, UPI was already processing over 1 billion transactions every single month. Incredible growth speed. By 2022, UPI crossed Visa in total number of transactions processed, a historic global milestone. By 2025, 15 billion transactions monthly. That is 500 million payments happening every single day. 500 million payments daily means roughly 6,000 payments are happening every second right now. The total money moved through UPI crossed $2 trillion in value annually. Absolutely staggering numbers. During the Diwali festival in 2023, UPI processed over 200 million payments in just one day. The system never crashed during peak festival days. It was built to handle extreme traffic spikes. Over 350 million unique people actively use UPI every single month across the country. That active user number is larger than the entire population of most major countries in the world. Rural villages with no bank branch nearby now complete digital payments using basic smartphones and UPI. A farmer in a remote village pays for seeds digitally, never needing to visit any bank. Rickshaw drivers, housekeepers, plumbers, street food cooks, everyone now has a UPI ID and accepts payments. The system runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days without stopping. Even on bank holidays, when every branch is completely closed, UPI transactions keep flowing without interruption. Now here's the biggest question. Why didn't wealthy, powerful countries build something like this first? The answer will actually surprise you. Sometimes being behind gives you a massive hidden advantage. Rich countries built their banking systems over 100 years ago, using very old technology foundations. Those old systems are like ancient roads, extremely difficult and expensive to dig up and replace. Visa, MasterCard, and big banks in wealthy nations make billions of dollars every year from transaction fees. They have zero financial reason to support building a free system that would eliminate their revenue. These powerful companies lobby governments heavily to slow down or block free payment competition from growing. Visa and MasterCard charge merchants around 2% on every single card transaction processed in stores. A small restaurant doing $50,000 in monthly sales loses $1,000 monthly just in fees. Over 1 year, that small restaurant owner loses $12,000 just to accept customer card payments. UPI merchants pay exactly zero. Every single rupee from the customer stays with the business owner. India had no powerful payment lobby blocking progress, the government designed from a completely clean slate. Economists call this the leapfrog effect, jumping directly over old technology straight to the newest solution. It is exactly like how many African nations skipped landline phones and jumped straight to mobile phones. Those nations now have higher mobile phone usage rates than countries that built landline infrastructure for decades. Starting without old systems actually became the greatest competitive advantage India had in building UPI so well. Now the rest of the world is studying and copying India's UPI model very seriously. Over 10 countries have officially connected their payment systems directly to India's UPI infrastructure so far. Singapore, UAE, France, Nepal, Bhutan, Mauritius, Indian tourists pay locally using their home UPI app there. An Indian traveler in Singapore scans a local shop's QR code and pays with their Indian UPI. No currency exchange, no international transfer fees, no waiting. It works exactly like a local payment. This cross-border UPI feature is called UPI One World, and it is expanding to more nations rapidly. The World Bank officially praised UPI as the perfect model for developing nations to follow globally. Brazil launched its own system called Pix in 2020, directly inspired by studying India's UPI design. Pix now processes over 40 million transactions daily, proof that the UPI model works globally. African nations, including Ghana and Namibia, are actively building their own digital payment systems based on UPI. The G20 group of the world's largest economies officially asked India to share its UPI technology. India's full digital system, UPI, Aadhaar ID, DigiLocker, is now called India Stack by global experts. India is offering this entire India Stack technology to developing nations completely free of any licensing charge. That is technology diplomacy, building global friendships and influence through sharing powerful digital tools for free. Now let us meet real people whose lives completely changed because of this one payment revolution. Meet Raju, a chai tea seller in Mumbai who now runs his entire business on UPI. Before UPI, customers often said they had no change, and Raju had to let them go. Now every customer pays digitally, payment confirms instantly, and no one can claim they have no change. Raju tracked his income properly for the first time ever and discovered he earned 30% more. That extra 30% was money he was losing before through incorrect change and dishonest transactions. Meet Priya, a college student who splits restaurant bills with friends using UPI in 5 seconds.
She types the amount, selects friends, sends requests, everyone pays their share without any awkward cash moment. Temples, schools, charities, and community organizations now collect donations through simple UPI QR codes on their walls. During COVID lockdowns, the government sent welfare money directly to citizens' phones through UPI. Zero middlemen involved. Over 80 billion rupees of government welfare reached citizens directly without anyone taking illegal cuts in between. Removing those middlemen saved the government enormous money, and citizens received their full entitled amount for once. This government-to-citizen direct payment system is now called DBT, Direct Benefit Transfer, and it uses UPI. Healthcare payments, school fee subsidies, farmer support money, all flowing directly through UPI with complete digital records. Now, UPI is evolving further. The next version allows small instant credit lines directly inside the app. Called UPI Credit Line, it lets qualified users borrow small amounts instantly with absolutely zero paper forms. Your UPI transaction history becomes your financial reputation. Banks use it to decide your borrowing eligibility. Small business owners access working capital loans based on their UPI payment history. No traditional collateral needed. Engineers are now testing UPI payments that work with zero internet connection using basic feature phone signals. This offline UPI mode will finally reach the last 200 million people without reliable internet access. Even old-style button phones, not smartphones, can now initiate UPI payments using a simple number dial. The goal is making every single person in the nation financially included, and they are almost there. NPCI International is the global division now actively exporting UPI technology to payment networks across the world. Some financial experts predict UPI could genuinely challenge Visa and MasterCard's global dominance within the next decade. The biggest lesson from UPI is this: the best solutions often come from people living the problem. Wealthy nations built for profit first, India built for people first, and the people's version won. If a nation with limited resources can build the world's best payment system, imagine what is next.